Hey y'all, welcome to my channel, Unstoppable Armor. For those who do not know me, my name is Nisha Mays, and I'm just a messenger bringing forth the word. I am just a messenger bringing forth the word. And for those who have been tuned in or haven't been tuned in, I've been doing the Power of God CHECKMATE series, where I come just to share insights and revelation on whatever God gives me during my study time. In order to view my videos, you can view my videos on my Instagram or my YouTube channel, Unstoppable Armor. The title of this message is Which Way to Go. The title of this message is Which Way to Go. And before I get into this dream, y'all, when you're on this journey with God, it be, a lot of time you don't know which way, to go, or you don't know what God wants you to do. And it's kind of crazy that I had this dream, which been a few weeks ago. Or maybe a month ago. But anywho, before I get into the dream, when you're on this journey with God, like I was saying, sometimes you're trying to figure out which way to go. You're trying to figure out what choice to make, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes it be hard to distinguish what God wants you to do or which way that God wants you to go, right? And so when I had this dream, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start in the dream. I had a dream that it was like a short dream, but anywho, I was actually trying to get to a destination. And I was actually riding on a bicycle, so that's why I put this bicycle up, because I was actually riding on a bicycle, right? And anywho, I was trying to get to where I was going. And I ended up remembering, like, okay, it's a pathway over here, so I'm gonna go through the path. You know what I'm saying? Basically, like trying to, take a little shortcut to get to the destination. Like, for instance, you might try to go to a store that you've been going to. If you find out that it's shortcuts to get to that store, you'll try to go, the short way to get to the store. But anywho, so I was trying to take a path to get to the destination where I was going to in this dream, and I was riding on a bicycle. So anywho, as I get to the path, I end up seeing it's like 3 directions that I can go. So at that time, I noticed in the dream that I just kind of got confused. I didn't know which way to go. And I end up seeing people that I know in the dream in real life that were trying to guide me, meaning like they were trying to tell me which way to go. Someone was saying go this way, someone was saying go that way, someone was saying nah, go that way. You know what I'm saying? It was like they were trying to encourage me to take one of the 3 different paths to go to get to my destination. As I was hearing them, I ended up hearing the voice of the enemy. And I can't even really describe it at this time, because it was like unrealistic. It was like non-human. That's all I'm gonna say. And he was like, don't tell her which way to go. Don't tell her which way to go. And it was so deep, and it was so, I don't know. I wouldn't want to hear it again. And it's so crazy, because sometimes you can get so close to the spiritual rhythm that you can hear certain things like in the rhythm. You know what I'm saying? Even the enemy voice, yes, you can, okay? So, anywho, when I heard that, I turned around and I was looking to see who was behind me, to see where that voice had came from, because it was so unrealistic, and it was so, like, non-human that, it kind of startled me, and I was like, who said that or whatever? But nobody was behind me. So, anywho, I turned back around or whatever, and they were still trying to encourage me to go whatever direction, to take one of the direction that they were saying, but they were all saying different directions or whatever. But they end up calming down when they heard the voice too. So they end up calming down, and then they end up kind of like, trying to start back encouraging me to take whatever direction. But I was still confused because I didn't know which way to go. So anywho, while they started back encouraging me, I ended up hearing the voice again, and this time he was speaking to them again, but he told them to shut the up. But I can't really say it, y'all. Okay, it was so unhuman. Like, it was so unhuman. And I'm like, who is saying that? Where is that voice coming from? So anyway, I turned back around and I'm looking around like, who's saying that or whatever, and I could not see him. Anywho, because sometimes, y'all, you can be on this journey or whatever, and it can be somebody else, you know what I'm saying? The enemy don't want them to know, or don't want you to know which way to go. The enemy don't want you to know which way to take or which direction. And sometimes, we can get into that point of not knowing, like, which way to go, what I should do, or whatever the case may be. Majority of the time, not often, but majority of the time, the way that God be leading us is sometimes the way that we don't want to go, okay? Sometimes our flesh, I'm going to say majority of the time, our flesh don't want to do, or our flesh don't want to go, okay? Majority of the time, that's the way to take. Anywho, okay? Let me say this, it ain't about no shortcut or anything like that. It was just a dream that I'm sharing to help encourage or whatever like that. It ain't nothing about that, the long way, short way, or nothing like that, because I don't want people to think that it's about that or whatever like that. No, that is not it. It's just about the enemy don't want you or someone to know which way they need to go. But anywho, but God, you know what I'm saying, broke it down to me, as in like what the bicycle mean. And I want to jump into the definition of bicycle, okay? Because that's what was standing out in the dream, and I was riding the bicycle to figure out which way to go. So the definition of bicycle is a vehicle composed of two wheels held in a frame, one behind the other, propelled by pedals and steered with handlebars attached to the front wheel, okay? I want to jump into the definition of propel. Propel means to drive or push or cause to move in a particular direction, typically forward, okay? Typically forward. Another definition, steer. Steer means to guide or control the movement of, here it is, a vehicle, a vessel, or an aircraft. For example, by turning a wheel, okay? By turning a wheel, okay? So, look, if you're on this journey with God or whatever the case may be, it's just like, God is like, I don't want to say it like that, but, I'm going based off the dream. We riding with God on this journey. And God is like the bicycle. And we like, basically like, we like the little children on God's back. I'm going to say it like that, because it sounds a little bit more better to me. And it's like, okay, God is like the bicycle, right? And we're on the bicycle, and we like on the back or whatever like that. God will be the one that's steering, okay? He will be the one that's steering for you to move into a particular direction, typically forward, whether it's you, whoever, no matter what the case may be, okay? He will be the one to guide, to control the movement of a vehicle, a vessel, or an aircraft. For example, by turning a wheel, okay? Okay? So we don't have to really like, oh God, help me, Jesus. We don't have to really like worry how certain things going to happen. God is at the front, okay? God is at the front, okay? God will be the one that doing these things in our life. We might be like, okay, how can this thing be done? How can this be done, God? God will be the one that doing it, okay? if he is in the front of your life, or whatever the case may be, he will be the one that guiding you. He will be the one that guiding their heart. He will be the one that turning their heart. He will be the one that drive. He will be the one that push. So, and even though the enemy was trying to come against me in the dream, God still would guide me. No matter what, he was still guiding me. You see what I'm saying? He might was mad or whatever the case may be. He might try to stop me from going that certain direction. He might try to stop somebody else from going the right way that which God want them to go. But he can't. When it's God playing, man can't stand, okay? When it's God playing, man can't stand, okay? So, I just want to leave that with y'all, that God will be the one that guides. God will be the one that steer, okay? God will be the one that push. God will be the one that move. God will be the one that turning that wheel, okay? God will be the one that turning that heart. God will be the one that turning your heart, their heart, whoever heart, or whatever the case may be, God will be doing it, okay? That's basically what I want to say. God will be doing it. And it don't matter how many times the enemy will try to stop you. It don't matter how many times the enemy will try to stop them. Whatever it God will and God plan for your life, it will be done. Because God will be the one that is doing it, okay? God will be the one that is steering it like a bicycle, okay? Oh my God. God will be the one that be steering it like a bicycle. Like he the one that driving it, okay? God will be the one that be pushing it. God will be the one that be moving it. Typically forward, okay? God is a God that moves forward, okay? God do not move backwards, okay? God will be the one that moves forward. God is the one that is in control. God is the one that can do it. God is the one that can turn it. God can turn your situation around. God can turn your circumstance around. God can do anything, y'all. And that's something that you have to believe. You got to believe that God can make it happen. God can do when I say any, I'm coming country with y'all. God can do anything, okay? He can do anything. You have to have faith that he can do it no matter what, okay? When it's God playing, man can't stand, okay? When it's God playing, man can't stand. When it's God playing, the enemy can't even stand. He can try to hinder. Okay, he can try to hinder. He can try to make me hesitate. He can try to make them hesitate. He can try to do whatever it is, try to hinder the situation or whatever, or the circumstance or whatever the case may be. Whatever he tried to do, he still can't stand, okay? He still cannot stand, all right? So, I just want to kind of leave that message with y'all. I hope I broke it down as plainly and clearly as I could, as possible. But they kind of all that I want to leave with you all. And always remember to repent, pray, trust, and believe. And y'all, man, have faith that God is doing it, because God is moving, y'all. He is moving, okay? It's like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to tell you how I strongly feel. God, I'm ready to show out for my people. I'm ready to show out for my people, the one who been doing right. You know what I'm saying? You ain't been perfect, but whatever God have promised you, God is like, I'm ready to show out for my people. And that's in a good way. I'm ready to show people what I really can do. I'm ready to show people my real, true power on earth as it is in heaven, okay? God, I'm ready to show out for my people. I'm ready to show out for my children. I want to show them what I can do, and I want to show the people that don't believe in me what I can do. That's how I truly feel, how God been giving me these messages, y'all. And this ain't none of me. I'm be honest. This ain't none of me, okay? So I'm just really releasing whatever God tell me to release to his people. And, know what season you in. Know what part of journey you in with God. And I guess you will know if this message, for you or whatever, and take it back to the Lord. I don't know what to say, y'all. I'll take it back to the Lord, but God is the one that will be steering it. God the one that will be turning it. God is the one that will be moving it. God will be the one that be guiding it. Whatever it is, you got to think about it. When we were on this journey, before we got on this journey with God, God was the one that was steering us. God was the one that was moving us. God was the one that was turning our heart. God was the one that was controlled. It was in control of us. You see what I'm saying? So God wants you to think the same way how you changed, how you went through your situation or whatever. He wants you to think the same way, okay? Like, come on, y'all. Come on. I don't know what else to say but that. So, until next time, y'all.